This right here, this is quiet tension. And let me tell you something, sometimes silence speaks louder than the loudest argument ever could. Let's really unpack this. Over the past few weeks, the vibe between Claressa and Remy has clearly shifted. What started as bold jabs and that confident, I can't be duplicated energy, slowly transformed into something far more controlled, far more calculated, far more silent. The public back and forth cooled off, the blatant shade, gone. The obvious rivalry, suddenly muted. And when public friction just disappears like that, you already know there are only a few explanations. Either it was handled behind closed doors, strategically tucked away, or those feelings never actually left. They just evolved. And then this new post drops. 'Cause babe, you ain't got to be fake on me. I really dislike fake, genuine people. That is not some random peaceful quote floating through the timeline. That's a direct message about authenticity, about performance, about people wearing masks. And the timing? Oh, the timing is very interesting.
I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, I do. I had got a phone call. This is up the sound, so that's what happened. The heck? I don't know what the hell. Can anybody see me? Can y'all hear me? What's up? I don't see no. It's getting my nerves. Hey, can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? We can see and hear you clear. Yes, I can. Loud and clear. So y'all, well, why can't I see myself? What the word? I can't even see myself. This phone's back and so done. Hey. Y'all can hear me and y'all can see me, but I can't see myself. Yo, when I tell you YouTube is acting crazy tonight, it's acting crazy. Give it a minute, okay? I'm just reading the comments because I can't see nothing. I can hear you. I see your tattoo. Okay. Hi, beautiful. Yes, I hear you. Is it true you and Pap what? What this? First of all, how can somebody else announce something that they don't know nothing about? Me and Pap are happy as can be. That's clear from my Snapchat. I've been posting us since yesterday. I don't know why people want to run and try to tell something that's not true about other folks. That's kind of weird. Tapped alive? But either way it goes, I got on here.
So let's really think about this. In this current storyline, who has been labeled the performer? Who's been accused of copying the blueprint? Who's been called out for crafting a certain public image? Who's been described as strategic instead of sincere? I'm not giving you conclusions, I'm giving you questions. And those questions, they matter more than people realize. When someone posts about fake, genuine energy, they're not just reacting to basic fake behavior, they're responding to the idea of someone acting real while actually being calculated behind the curtain. That phrase, fake genuine, lands different. It points to someone who performs authenticity, someone who appears natural but is carefully curated, someone who looks effortless but is extremely intentional. And in a public rivalry, that kind of accusation carries weight. Now let's bring in Papoose, because his silence has been one of the most consistent factors in this entire situation. He doesn't escalate, he doesn't jump online to defend, he doesn't toss out subliminals, he doesn't offer explanations, he stays steady, composed, neutral. But in a triangle dynamic, neutrality isn't always passive. Sometimes neutrality is control. When two powerful personalities are clashing, the one who speaks the least often holds the most leverage, because silence creates interpretation. Silence creates speculation. Silence allows both sides to project their own narrative. And here's the psychological layer most people completely overlook. When someone feels secure, they don't need to broadcast messages about fake people. They don't need to announce their dislike for inauthentic vibes. They detach, they elevate, they glow differently. But when something is bothering you, even slightly, it leaks out indirectly. Not through direct call-outs, not through naming names, but through a broad statement that releases pressure. That's why this post stands out, because if everything was truly peaceful behind the scenes, would this message even be necessary? Or are we witnessing the emotional leftovers of something that hasn't fully cooled off? Now let's consider another angle. What if this has nothing to do with Claressa at all? What if it's about perception? Because when narratives swirl for weeks about comparisons, copying, and assigned roles, the person in the spotlight can start to feel boxed in. Sometimes they feel misread. Sometimes they feel misunderstood. Sometimes they feel like the internet is attaching an identity to them that doesn't fit. In that scenario, fake, genuine people could be directed at the audience, the bloggers, the commentators, the entire social media ecosystem. But even that explanation circles back to one undeniable truth. Something is being felt.
Showing me how many fans have bought tickets, right? And to see that we're over 13,000 fans who have bought tickets already, and the venue only holds 18,000, that's a lot to celebrate. Okay? This whole rumor, oh, Claressa don't sell tickets, fans are not coming out, it's always been a myth. That was started by Savannah Marshall, and she stopped saying it because I told her I was gonna sue her ass. She stopped saying it because it was a lie. I've always sold out big events, always had thousands of fans coming to see me fight. Now with my brand being bigger, with all my last fans who've been supporting me this whole time, along with my new fans that has come with my new stardom. Because when you got new stardom, you got different levels, and you got new fans. I want to thank all of them for buying their tickets. Those who got their pre-sale tickets. People bought the tickets as soon as the fights went on sale, right? And now that we only have, 5,000 more seats left, to anybody that was saying that I can't sell, saying that women boxing don't have fans, I proved you to be a lie once again. So thanks to all my fans. And to all my haters, hopefully y'all get some tickets too. Because
last year, 2025, you're in the top 5 highest rates of both men and women's boxing.
well, she said I didn't say it.
Well, she also wasn't
So therefore, I'm selling tickets just like the men selling tickets, and I'm just really excited that I can do that, and that my brand is big enough, that I'm liked enough and
Now let's zoom in on Claressa Shields and the season she's in right now. She's stepping into high-stakes territory in her career. Massive fights, legacy talks, intense public scrutiny, and her relationship under a spotlight. She cannot afford chaos. She cannot afford distractions. So if tension is present, it has to be managed carefully. And when emotion gets managed instead of released, it doesn't vanish. It compresses. Compression builds pressure, and pressure, it always finds a crack. Subtle captions, slight tone shifts, indirect messages. And this quote feels exactly like that kind of leak.
It's your girl, Claressa the Gold Shields, and we are here in Detroit at the Auto Show. February 22nd, I'll be defending my undisputed heavyweight world championship versus Franchon Cruz-Zern. Get your tickets on Ticketmaster and meet me at LCA February 22nd.
Now, let's pull Papoose back into focus. If he's handling things behind the scenes, promoting calm, pushing for stability, then what we're seeing publicly makes perfect sense. Less open warfare, more containment. But containment is not the same as resolution. It's strategy, and strategy, by definition, is temporary. Here's another layer that adds real depth. Public rivalries move in stages. Stage 1, emotional reaction. Stage 2, ego positioning. Stage 3, image control. Stage 4, strategic silence. And right now, it feels like we're hovering between stage 3 and stage 4. The most dangerous stage is always the quiet one, because that's when narratives reset. That's when alliances lock in. That's when future plays get mapped out. So let me ask the bold question. If Claressa is talking about someone specific, why not just say it? The answer is simple. Direct confrontation creates headlines. Indirect shade creates mystery. Mystery fuels engagement. Engagement keeps the storyline alive without triggering full escalation. It's calculated. And if Papoose values peace right now, especially with a major fight approaching, then subtle messaging is far safer than open conflict. Now, let's talk optics. If Remy stays composed and silent while Claressa posts about fake energy, who looks more centered? If Claressa dominates her upcoming fight, does this post read as confidence or quiet insecurity? And if the relationship dynamic shifts later, will fans circle back to this quote as a breadcrumb? Because hindsight has a funny way of turning small posts into prophecy, and this one has that energy. Here's the deeper psychology. The word fake usually signals internal frustration. It's often less about the other person and more about sensing dishonesty in your space. 'Cause babe, you ain't got to be fake on me. That line feels intimate. It doesn't sound random, it sounds personal. It implies closeness. It hints that someone may be acting one way privately and another way publicly. And that introduces a whole new dimension. Is this about public image versus private behavior? Is it about loyalty? Is it about alignment? Or is it simply emotion venting without a direct target? That's why this is compelling content, because we're not jumping to conclusions, we're tracking patterns. Silence from Pap, calm from Remy, subtle tension from Claressa. When three energies shift simultaneously, something changed. And when change happens without announcement, it's usually intentional. So here's the real question. Are we witnessing growth, or are we watching controlled tension waiting for the right moment to reappear? Because quiet does not automatically mean peace. Sometimes, quiet means preparation. Drop your thoughts below. Who do you think that message was aimed at? Is this maturity? Is it shade? Or something deeper simmering under the surface? Hit like, subscribe, and send this to someone who's been following this closely. Because over here, we don't just react to what's loud.